Go and look to make mistakes. No matter what productive thing you're trying to do or accomplish, look to make mistakes because it means that you're putting in enough effort for one, and also means that you're not going based off your ego. Because all that a fear of failure means that is you're scared to hurt your ego from failing. Because failure literally means a lack of success, and that's what so many people have drilled into their heads is that if they fail, even if it's a little, that they're not good at whatever they're doing and that they should stop. That can be further from the truth because failure means that you're pushing yourself. And if you're not pushing yourself enough to see failure, it means that you're not doing deep work in anything that you are doing. So if you are pushing yourself but haven't seen any failure, you may be fortunate enough to be one of the people that actually don't see a lot of failure. But you also may think that you are pushing yourself, but only push yourself as far as your ego lets you before you fail. Because to you, failure means that you're no good and that you should try something else or whatever it is you're thinking. I have a personal story about failure, as I used to play basketball and I was so absolutely obsessed with it. I loved it and spent all the free time that I had either playing it or learning about it or watching it. And like every other young teenager who was playing any sport, they wanted to make it, and I obviously wanted to make it in the NBA, and wanted to make it so bad by not making mistakes. And that is the worst thing I could have done because it meant that I didn't do anything that would make me fail. I think anyone that watches basketball knows that the average field goal succession rate is around 68%, which means that you're literally missing 4 times out of 10 on average, and that's if you're good and not starting from the bottom. And anything like 70-80% is considered good or really good. And it takes years to get to that point. And honestly, I was nowhere near that point, and my fear of failure absolutely crippled me, and it meant that I never did anything productive when I did play because all I did was worry about my mistakes. And this actually goes for everything. You don't become good at anything because you don't make mistakes. Become good at something because you make mistakes and you get better from them. You learn from your mistakes. Don't let your mistakes or failure just stay as mistakes or failure. Make them lessons that you will build upon and learn from. And although it's quoted that a smart man learns from his own mistakes, but a wise man learns from other people's mistakes, something like that. Yes, that's true, but not everyone's mistakes and circumstances will turn out the same. Maybe someone has the same situation happen in terms of a mistake, but because everyone's mindset is different and because the way everyone thinks is different, it could be something completely different and that they wouldn't know how to deal with based on how other people have dealt with it. So it means that person needs to fail in order to get better. And even me just making videos and trying to help people better themselves. My god, am I going to make so many mistakes? I know that me helping people and making videos about self help, I'm going to fail a lot. And I mean a lot. Because every video I will look to make better than the last. And even besides that, there's going to be some mistakes that I need to make in order to get better, and that's perfectly okay. And I'm looking forward to that because a mistake means an opportunity to grow. I'm going to push myself as far as it is sustainable and that I can keep doing throughout months and months and months. Obviously, with I know a day or two break in between those months, but something like that. Even though this is my first video about self help, because I have a few other things on my channel. A few days ago, I tried to make a different video. I had a script written and all, and I started to record and tried to read it all out. But I don't know. I was way too nervous, and I spoke way too fast, and I always end up messing up my words and I had to start over again. And because I talked fast, I forgot what I was supposed to say, and it was absolute chaos. Me trying to read it, and I have it written down here. It took me 15 minutes to read around 170-ish words, and it got so frustrating that I literally had to leave and come back to try to redo it because I felt like an absolute idiot that I couldn't even read. But I know that next time I try to read off a script and try to record, it's going to be better. And it was better, and I came back to record. I spent 53 minutes reading the whole thing, which is about 1,000 words, and I was done, and I was so happy with it. And I looked at the recording, and I wasn't recording myself, and that was 53 minutes wasted. And I literally called it a day that day. Well, I didn't even think about doing any more recordings because that was actually so devastating that it happened. But I'm glad that it happened. And although that sounds weird, it just means that I put my foot in the door to making videos and I got kicked out immediately. And that means that next time I put my foot in and get kicked out again, I'm already ready for it. I've experienced it already. And it won't be as bad. And the time after that, it will be even better. And after several attempts, I'm not even going to get kicked out anymore. I'm going to keep taking steps towards growing and getting better. And that's the very main thing. Basically, just trial and error. The whole thing is self help, but there's a lot I'm interested about, and there's a lot of different video styles I can do, and a lot of different small things I can do. I'm gonna have to experiment with that and see what works best for me and for the audience. And also, starting anything social media related means that you're gonna get hate. Some of it's gonna be constructive, some of it's gonna be completely destructive, but I'm ready for it, and I'm ready to help people. That's the main thing, because I'm so utterly fascinated by being able to transform your whole self, personality, even your mindset, your body, your skills. There's probably more I'm missing, but you can do absolutely all of that, and it means you better in yourself, having a better life, and better in the people around you, and even better in the society, and being so helpful to people that they literally look forward to seeing you. And the feeling, that's absolutely amazing that someone could feel that.